Is it sun bright or out on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is absolutely fabulous. Absolutely, as we're going into the summer, I love this time of year and I hate this time of year all at the same time. It's no in between. It's either I love it or I hate it. It's so hot, and when you're hot like that, you really just can't get cold. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when you're really cold, you can get warm.
Yes.
But Lordy, you can even have a hand fan and this hot, that thing don't do nothing but just aggravates you, right?
Yes.
Well, anyway, enough of that. This look like it's going to be a scorcher, so brace yourself. Now, with that being said, I want to talk about Jay-Z. Now, I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just telling you my own opinion. And maybe let's see how we do. I may run some cards on something with him. But at the point, I'm just basically here to ask why. Why? I'm like I said, I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but I'm not against Jay-Z. Like, I don't have no animosity or wish him any ill will. You know, I have just grown to the point with Jay-Z. Without Beyonce, it's like, who is Jay-Z? Mm-hmm. If he's not performing in some capacity with Beyonce, this is my opinion. Don't get offended. This is my opinion. You could leave your message down below how you feel. But back to what I'm saying. Now, I don't know. And everything I say is allegedly, unless it's a fact, then it's a fact. Okay. Now, go on with what I'm saying. I like it when he performs with Beyonce.
Yes.
I like that. Now, when he came out and he was just spewing, he was vomiting lyrics all on the stage. And I guess they call that, what they call that when you're going freestyle?
Yeah, apparently it was a freestyle.
It was god awful. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, the lyrics could have been great for those that understood the lyrics, but he sound like a man, like an old man that came from the 90s and trying to regroup something. In my opinion, I'm a grown woman and I'm entitled. If he's grown enough to get up on that stage and freestyle with no music, then he deserved to get what he get. Now, for all the people that love him, God bless you. Now, I'm not saying his lyrics wasn't tight, but I am trying to figure, you know what? He had me. What do you mean? He had me at the fact of being quiet. He had me at the fact you are mysterious. Nobody can break you. You're not mad. You don't give into the fray. You just do that. That's how I was seeing him. You know, you can't break me and Beyonce. You know, I'm her. I put her ahead. You know, every now and then, if I want to do something, I'll put something out there. But I'm just cool like that. And all at the same time, when he came out there spewing all over the place with no music, sound like an old man from the 70s that had his heart heavy with a whole lot of grief and pain, and like a withering old man just burping up vomit vile on everybody. I was absolutely shocked, horrified, and humiliated for him. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. And you know, if you listen to him, he sounds like a man. Oh, I mean, I've known Jay-Z from the man he was lyrics. He used to write lyrics. There was a guy, I can't think of his name, even wrote him a book one time with all his lyrics in him. I can't think. He's still on TV right now. He's a He does news. D.L. Hughley used to work with him. I can't think of his name, but if his name comes to me, I'll tell you. But he's like a comedian, but he also does politics. I can't think of his name. But anyway, he gave Jay-Z many years ago a book with all his lyrics in it. Like a book. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. Sometimes I just think that you got to know when your time is up.
Yes.
You know, you had us in mysterious. You're just a little old crybaby. You just is no different than everybody else. I thought that you was really, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I thought he was chilling, dealing, I'm not going to let the small stuff get under me. I'm bigger than that. I'm Jay-Z. I'm ho. I thought that. Until he began to spew and had the audacity to think he could do it without music. I'm insulted. I was offended for him. And let you know, I did watch in sheer horror. Now, you got to be a fan. If you have to say that, like I said, I don't know about them lyrics. There have been a couple of people that I watched that broke down the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
That said, this is what this mean and that's what that mean, blah, blah, blah. All this venom, all of this, I thought he was above it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
thought he was above it. He let me know you just one of them little guys that hold all that anger.
He did hold it all in.
That anger, and we thinking you above it, and you come out with and I'm like, what? What? You think you did something? You think you can? You think you really did something? But really, you just sound like a babbling idiot, in my opinion. And this is not because I'm saying that I hate them. They ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just saying I'm disappointed. Sometimes we just need to let sleeping dogs lie. Mm-hmm. Sometimes a person don't need to know everything was going on in your life. You was living under the cover. You wasn't really saying much of nothing. And then you get out there and think you could go freestyle with that god-awful hairdo, which isn't yours. And then you was not wearing locks all the time. I'm just befuddled over, what was it? Baby Crone? What was it that I was looking at? Tell me, help me.
A new Jay-Z, that's what you was looking at. New personality.
A whiner. I was disappointed. And you may not like what I say, I'm sorry. But over here, we speak our truth. And if Jay-Z was sitting here, I'd be like, yeah, bro, come and give me some dab, I'd be like, yeah, yeah. But, bro, that was awful. I was like, bro, I would have been like, bro, that was awful. And you know what? You should have just bagged that. Yeah. You should have came out on a different level. You should have just came out with some old stuff and rocked the house. Yes. You shouldn't have came out there. You know what? It was like, this is what it was like. It was like Kendrick Lamar coming out saying, they not like us. They not like us. But Jay-Z coming out, they not like us. They not like that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Exactly what you mean.
It's like, no, your time is gone. No, you don't have it like that no more. You was cool. We didn't need to see your anger. No. You had us. I mean, you had went with your son and you didn't say nothing and you won that and you just been dealing with Bugsy, whatever his name.
Busby,
and then all of a sudden you just come out with your hair all over the place and your baggy pants and you don't look like a dad and you just look like you trying to go back old school like from 1999. And it's like, what the hell? It's like I'm a party like it's 1999. Dude, those days are done.
Well, actually, they are trying to bring back the 90s.
Not like that. I mean, he doesn't have it.
No, he did not.
And I'm not just saying that. And anybody you could dispute me. I get it. You get no argument from me. Everything you say is right. And yes and amen. I have no right. This is just my opinion. And I'm just saying how I feel. And I'm telling you, I was disappointed. because I really thought that he was above it all.
Yeah, for real.
That's the kicker. I thought he was above it.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that all that time, you harboring all that?
Yes, all of that.
My ninja. Oh, no. That was just spewing hate. And then you're going to talk about, like, you know, I'm a pow.
Jay-Z.
Pow, and all. What? Stop.
Well,
Fear me. I'm Jay. What? No. Stop it. Beyonce, you wrong for that. You're wrong for that.
No, you did not just blame Beyonce.
You should have stopped them. You should have said, no, Beyonce, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. You should have said, and she could have been like, Jay, I don't think you should.
She could have.
She could have. Somebody. And your fans are going to love you no matter what you do. But somebody who is mutual, who don't have no love, or I don't have no hate for you. I love you as I would love any human being, you know, but I don't have no resentment or anything to your music. I just always knew you as a great lyricist, that somebody who made profound lyrics. And that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying that your lyrics wasn't on point. I'm just saying the execution was, my God.
Yeah, the execution.
The executions, woo! And you know what? And you can even tell by the audience. Can you play a little snippet of it?
Yeah, sure.
You can tell by the audience that I didn't know if they was booing or yaying. And then when they showed the audience, it really wasn't filled to capacity from where I seen. And then there were people that had likes. And I guess, you know, God bless the man, you know, he still have a following. But if somebody were to be honest, you know, y'all have to come off and say that man was busted for that. Come on, holding all of that resentment, all that anger, spewing it all over the place. And then they had the nerve to do it with no music. Oh my God, my eardrum started crying. But I dealt with it. And then I listened to a couple of people that explained what he was saying. All I could do was shake my head. We ready, baby Crone?
Yes, I got one.
Okay, so this is just a little bit. It's not much, you know.
I've got to upload it. I had to find
She's
one.
She's going to upload it. And I just want you to see the audience. It's not even, and can you put a sound? Because they don't even, this seemed, I didn't know if they were saying yay or boo. I don't know. Maybe it was a mixture. Maybe they was like, huh? I don't know. Because I am not going to speak negative of somebody, but if you're bold enough to get up there and put yourself in a godlike position and say how you know, it was like quoting all these other people's songs that they wrote, and then you had the nerve to sound like Beyonce. Like instead of saying bow down bees, you'd like bow down ninjas. You know, like what? I couldn't. I can't. I don't get it. I didn't know that I was going to go on and on like this about it, but I'm about to wrap it up as soon as Baby Crone play it. And then I think I will read. What made you do that? JC, what? You didn't have to. Your mystique was good enough. Sometimes, you know, you just have to be quiet. I'm just disappointed, bro. I thought that you had that on lock. I ain't know you was like all feminine and sad and hurt and want to pow and bow down. I ain't know. I just could have sworn I heard
one can't magically.
And I this what I'm thinking. And all these quoting from other songs and y'all say what you want. It could have been good lyrics. I didn't think so. A little too violent for my taste and a little bit of too narcissistic for me. But nevertheless, I don't say this out of hate. I say it out of disappointment. Sometimes we just have to let it go.
Yes.
Let things go. We got to know when our time up. On a side tangent, like Serena, what's her name?
Williams.
Serena Williams. Sometimes we just got to let it go. Let the youngins have it. You had your light in the sun. Jay-Z, you had to let the youngins have it. You don't need the money. And you was talking and barking and you just sound goofy. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Let's see it.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
Turn the sound up.
I did. Here we go.
Would have wished one came, but 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery gang.
You have to love that kind of stuff. I mean, maybe it's the fact of just kind of like telling somebody off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it was not good. And I don't care. You liked it. You know, I've heard rappers, even on YouTube, that rap with no music and they sound good. He just sound like he was burping words, like he had an acid indigestion. And it's just my opinion. That's it. Tell me what you think. So anyway, let me run some cards on him. What we want to know. Why?
Yes. We want to know.
We just want to know. We ain't going to hold you no longer.
Why is Jay-Z coming back to music?
Well, he never really left. He just put some out every 4-6 years.
Okay.
Like that.
What inspired him to do this free stuff? Yes.
Do this.
Yes, what inspired him to finally let it off his chest?
He just had a lot of doo-doo on his chest. Jesus. I'm like, no, bro, you had us. You know, sometimes when you chill, sometimes it's not good to let people know how you feel. You had us. You know, you was ruling and running and all along. Honestly, I thought that he was on top of it until he started talking. I'm like, you held all that inside you, my friend. Oh my God. They've been talking about you for years and you waited for this moment and time to do this? Dude.
Yes, of all times when you have lawsuits against you.
And it was not the right time. It was not the right scent. And those people, God bless you because they love you. And you should be glad that you have a clientele that get you and dig you on that level. But somebody that's being fair, if I'm going to look and you're going to spit, I want to hear you spit. That, and when you can move somebody that's not in it, that's good to me. Even if you may not like the rap, but you can move them to dance. Nothing. All I got was, what is he angry? That's what I felt. Angry old man just burping up resentment that I thought he was above. He's the great whole. He is a Mason. I thought he dealt with all of that and with stuff. He always talking about how deep and how, you know, this and all. And then you come up. If you all don't see it, then I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It just let me know he is no different than any other petty dude out in the street. He's petty. That is petty. And to me, that's petty, because when you could have said something straight up, you didn't. You wait all this time for a moment like this to do something because you think, oh, you're going good with Bugsy now. What's his name?
Busby.
Give you a little bit of pump in your chest. You look like a babbling, old, sit down, grumpy man.
Yeah.
That held all of this venom, and it was not cute, and you didn't sound good. You just sound old and like you really want to be hard, and it's like you ain't. And then freestyle it. No music. Sorry. Well, anyway, what we want to know?
Yes. What inspired Jay-Z to do this freestyle?
What inspired him? This the 8.
Oh no, not about moving on.
I think when I see this 8. And 8 is about moving on or being free. So I think that by this 8 of Swords, I think this has just been reading, because you know how I felt. So now I'm reading. I felt like all of that has been really weighing on him, apparently, that had him bound, where he couldn't move on. Where he should move on, he was stuck. And even though he appeared to be taking the high road, he was just festering with his eyes closed, but still could see, with him wrapped up. But he's not far from his house. He still had water and stuff around him where he's safe. You know how somebody you safe, but you're on the outer limits. Mm-hmm. In other words, I'm on the outer limits with all of my feelings, but I'm in the confounds of my estate. In other words, I'm not going to lose my mind, but I just feel like I'm going to lose my mind. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, like, it just seems like somebody says, like, I'm frustrated, I'm mad, I've been holding on to this, and now it's my time. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I've done some great things. I'm beating Bugsy, I'm doing this, y'all. Y'all ninjas think y'all had me, can't get in all of this, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like saying, take care of your children. But nevertheless, it's like you got all true. Of that, and you got all of this, and you're saying all of that, and you're spewing all over the place, and yet all it is that you feel bound. You was harboring that. You was waiting for a moment. You was collecting lyrics. You was working on that. I could just see you up, pacing, but waiting for the opportunity to do this. And this is your time. This was your opportunity. Where did he do this? It was at a place. This was your time. This was your place to free yourself so you can move forward. Now that you feel like I got that off my chest, I can move forward. Okay, well, good. You got it off of your chest. You got all that psychological mumbo jumbo, all of that negative energy, all of that mind poop you got off your chest and out of your mind. Now, hopefully, let's see if you can move on. We here still, no, because here I see as a black card, it still seems like you're struggling. It ain't good enough. Maybe you didn't get the reception you wanted. Go ahead.
It was held in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
And what was the event?
It was called the 2026 Roots Picnic.
Right, Roots Picnic. Mm-hmm.
There's many problems with that name.
Yes. And so even now, even though you did that, and I don't even feel as though it gave you what you wanted. I don't know, maybe you got some negative feedback. Maybe it didn't come off the way you wanted. You would have been better to sit on that for the rest of your life. Or put it on something and just leave it there for you and you alone. Or maybe somebody could find it after you die and play it or whatever. Then it would mean something. But and maybe it didn't give him the feedback or whatever, because I still feel that your soul still ain't right. You still feel my heart is saying, and I'm gonna say it. It feels like you are destitute of the soul, like your soul feels destitute. Destitute, lost and lonely, or not lonely, but hungry, or destitute when you homeless, something not right. It didn't do what you thought it would do. In your past, it's like you was gung-ho about this move. You thought you was on the right course. You thought, yep, I'm on the right course. This is the right thing. I know I'm doing right. I'm ready to put this behind me. But you was doing all this out of deep emotions, out of deep feelings, deep feelings. And I would like to know, did anybody try to stop you? I don't know, but I just find this out of deep motion. But whatever, I don't feel as though it did exactly what you thought it was going to do. Am I right about that? Yep, I do still see another 8. And when you do see 8s, I see 2 8s. So maybe there was some conflict with all of this. Mm-hmm. There could have been some conflict within yourself, within others, conflict that you maybe felt like you had to resolve to maybe make things better for you. But at this point, it didn't work. Because when you play it back, when you see it, you'll see it. Yeah, see, it didn't do what it. I'm not showing you cards. See, this is above him. Mm-mm. See, he's in his dark shadow self. He's in his shadow self. He's in his darkness. He's not even, he wasn't even in no right frame of mind to do that. His life not even right for him to even think about coming out there to do something like that, because mentally he wasn't ready. He's in his dark nature. You know, he in that angry place. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Like, just sometimes when you just wasn't the right moment for him to do that. It just wasn't. It wasn't. But he was in his emotions. He was in his feelings. He was in his feelings, and he felt like he could handle it. And he felt like, you know, I've been holding on long enough. Let me go head on. Let me release. Let me release all of this. It's time. And I think your timing was wrong. I don't know if it was money in this. I don't know. But I know it didn't give you the peace, that it didn't give him the peace that he thought it would give him. Mm-hmm. No. Because at the end of the day, it's still there. Now, maybe it'll wear off in a couple of weeks or a couple of months or a year, but it's still there. That same burning Mars fire, that same energy, that same resentful, angry is still there. And I think that it just didn't give the play he wanted. I don't think it got him the accolades that he thought it was going to give him. Go ahead, baby Crones.
Yes.
What do you think? That's what I'm getting from the card, because it's still something he's working at. But he worked at it, but I don't think it was finished. I think he did it at a wrong time. But go ahead.
Yes, you have touched on it in the reading. And I wanted to know, going back to what you said at the beginning of the reading, do you think that maybe Jay-Z being so spiritual and into the arts, that he feels like whatever's going on in his life, that there's so much negative forces against him, maybe if he releases all this negative energy, that will help improve his circumstances?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Yeah, he probably did feel that way. Let me release it. This is the time. But what I don't think he realized is you would have been better off just putting that on a thing and locking it away and never ever letting anybody see that darkness. Because at this point, you're always was so mystique about everything. You had everybody thinking that, and at least for me and where I'm from and the people I know, you was above it. Like, you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, and nobody gonna come here and break my bones so these words can't hurt me.
That's true.
You understand? And I thought until this, and now I'm like, And the sound, the quality was not good in my opinion, and I'm entitled to that. And this is not about hate or anything. Especially, I've been looking at that show. What is it recently that you turned me on?
Oh yes, On the Radar.
Yeah, where they be doing those freestyles. Especially to that, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up now. Hold up. I mean, I know he ain't had no music, but he could have, just done way, way better. And I'm not saying I'm not going to crack on the lyrics, because I'm not a lyricist. So I can't really say. I don't know. I'm just saying the flow was off. It was just not right. It just sounded like he was barking orders. He sounded like he was mad. Maybe he should have had a beat behind him to drown it out. I don't know. But I was totally disappointed in what he did. And that's all I got to say about that. Go ahead, baby Plum.
Yes, and then another thing, I was thinking on the other side when you said that it didn't really seem to work out in his favor, which I could see by the cards.
Yeah, just by the cards.
But I was thinking, starting off from the beginning with the Eight of Swords, maybe could it be the fact that he could be in denial about something, and maybe everything he freestyled about wasn't his real problem, and there's something deeper that's
of course,
him?
Most definitely. Most definitely, there is something within himself. All of it is about him being in himself. And even though I said earlier that the word that kept coming to mind was destitute, and what came out?
The Five of Pentacles.
Like his soul. Before this even came, I just felt like his soul was destitute. I didn't even want to say it, but maybe it was. I don't know. I just feel as though like his soul. It's something with his soul. What is it with his soul? There's another sword. Just wanting to move on from it. Just wanting to move on. And hopefully, like I said, it could take time. Just wanting to move on. Wanting but I don't think it gave him what he wanted. I don't think that it, but I see he wants to, oh, yeah. He ain't done with this. This is not over. What do you think?
Yes.
I think this is not over. He might have a feedback. It may be, some people may be talking back, but I don't see this is over with him. What do you say?
Yes, I just want to be nosy.
No, I just think right now, emotionally, and the last outcome for the future, near future, next 8 months, no, he's harboring that. He's not ready to let it go. This is a lot. This is personal. This is personal, and he's not ready to let it go at all. He feels a way about this. He's not ready to let it go. Not yet. And maybe that what he did, maybe he have to put it on vinyl or something. Okay. But whatever it is, this is not, he's not finished with this. This is not done. He is not done with this. We may hear an album or something, but his performance, I don't see anything good to say he was proud of his performance. I just feel as though he put it out there, but I don't think it gave him the relief he needed. God knows I understand, but I don't think he's finished with this. This is still something he has within him, almost to the point where I could say he's scarred by it. Oh. And you know, it's so funny how people can poop on other people and make other people feel bad, but the moment it happens to you, you're so scarred you can't get over it.
That's true.
You understand that something? Isn't that the way it is? You know, you can judge somebody for something they've done to you. I mean, they can judge you and you don't see no fault in what you've done. You feel as though they over it, whatever. You don't see it. But for you, you're no different than where they are. This is what I'm saying. I thought he was different. But at the end of the day, you're no different than where Nicki and Kanye and everybody, Drake or whoever, you're no different than where they are. And I thought you was different.
Yes, above it.
I thought you was above it. And yet, because this didn't do what you want, you're not even done with this yet. It's like, okay, that was round one. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Because I think that I'm picking up the energy of, like I'm gonna go. I want to get a goal. I want to get a number one. I want to prove to everybody I'm still here. I'm trying to explain the sentiment. Like I'm still here. I ain't dead. I ain't gone. I could still put it out there. That's the chatter I'm feeling. Like that ain't do it, but I'm here. It ain't done. I got it. I still got it. I'm still the best rapper. I still feel like that's what this is. That undercurrent. Yeah. Like I gotta prove. Like that didn't do it. I got to prove. I got to do something to prove that I'm more than a mogul. That I still got the gift. That I still, I'm Jade the rapper. I'm still. That's the sentiment. That is the sentiment I'm getting, because it's like that didn't do it. Maybe for some, I haven't heard not one person go and gloat over this. None. Other than people that love him and follow him, I have not heard nobody, not TMZ, nobody been talking about it for days. Come on. Come on.
That's true.
To be clear, we talked about, who was that lady who was taken out in another country?
Oh, Ashley Janae.
We didn't even know Ashley Janae, many of us. And yet she was a YouTuber. And yet her name reigned. Here we didn't even know she reigned. Here it is. This deceased woman reigned.
Yes.
Her story reigned. And you're Jay-Z, Beyonce's husband, and you didn't get that, so you know it didn't do it. I ain't got to say it. The proof is in the pudding.
That is true.
I would have caught it. They would have been on. I looked at YouTube. I follow. No. I'm sure you had a couple of people, yeah. But if you would have knocked it out the park, they would be still singing, yeah, he was like this, yeah, he was like that. You know, just like when he was doing They Not Like Us, They Not Like, everywhere you went, you heard it.
That's
I
true.
don't hear you, Jack.
No, not at all.
Nobody's hailing you. But those that love you, it ain't like, that's what I'm saying. You may not like my execution, but at least I know I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have no dog in the race, and I don't wish him no ill will. I'm just saying I was just disappointed, because if you're going to come big or stay the hell home. Because this was foolishness, just absolutely foolishness. All this anger and you great and you all that, you sound like a babbling idiot, honestly. You know, you got all that gangster and all that pow, but yet you still have problems with your kids. It just don't seem right. Mm-hmm. This is just not the time. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, baby clone.
Yes, this is a slight side tangent, but I'm a bit nosy since we're here.
Mm-hmm.
How is Jay-Z's marriage?
I see his marriage is a lot of things that this is the card of judgment. So I see that they're having some kind of renewal, because he recognizes all the things that he's done wrong, all the things that they've done wrong. Mm-hmm. And I think that they are really trying to mend the broken pieces, like by accepting what they did wrong, what I done wrong, what you done wrong. And they both are trying to accept the reality of their life and their marriage and what they've done. And that is the road to healing. And at the judgment, because that means their marriage had died, not formaldehyde did, but died. And they're in the point of resurrecting. And in order to resurrect, you got to come face to face, the both of them, with what they did wrong in the marriage. And whatever that was, or whatever it was, it gave him the courage to say, I'm going to go freelance and go out there and do it.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the right time. Who knows? I don't know. But for me, I just wish he just would have just stayed quiet, or just came out there and started singing some of his old records, or come out there and do a new record with some music. You're going to come, it was too much, the hair, it was just too much. Like, who are you? But that's what I see. I see their marriage is kind of like in a renewal stage.
Okay.
You know, You have one more question? I do. What is Jay-Z mental now?
Okay.
Hopeful.
Interesting figures.
Hopeful. When you're down, all you can do is hope.
Exactly.
Hope comes when things are not great. Hope ain't you don't hope when you're great. You hope when you're down. You hope when you don't know. You hope when you have doubt. You hope, you hope your navigation is right. You don't see the stars until night. So, you hope that, God find favor. You hope that things work in your favor. You hope that this and that turns out. You hope. So right now, he's just in that state of maybe he hope he'll be healed.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think he's trying to be a better person?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that the judgment, but that's the death. Mm-hmm. A death in a sense where you just been slain. You just been slain. It just feels like the whole world done piled up on you and beat you up and knocked you down, and you just out for the TKO. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do. And so when you're laying from this point on and you just feel like the world has just took a dump on you, yeah, and then you do need hope.
Yep, that's true.
So yeah, and from that, a resurrection. So yes, I do see that. I do. You have any questions? So did
No.
I ask how was his mental?
Yes, you did, and it came out as the star card.
The star card. Hopeful. Just been down. Just want to get up. Just want to get up. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I know
did.
I truly, truly, truly did. And I hope you did. And if I offended anyone in my opinion, I apologize if my opinion offended you. That is never my intention. But unfortunately, I just had to say how I felt about it because I was so disappointed. And I did listen until I couldn't anymore. It took me a minute before I couldn't because I just couldn't. And then I even went back and tried to pick, I just couldn't. So there you have it. But whatever, Jay-Z's not done. Not with whatever this is with inside of him. It's not over yet. But time will reveal and see how this all plays out. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really do. And if you did, please subscribe and become a sunflower. We'd love to have you. And if you like this video, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. And by all means, thumb us up. You know we want your thumbs and your thumbs up. Just boop. Thank you. We appreciate it. And last, if you don't mind, could you hype us up? Please, that would be it would mean so much to us if you could do that. And with all of that being said, we're going to reiterate it again with hype us up. Subscribe to us. And don't forget to thumb us up. Hey, sunflowers.